Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you a day in the life of someone who does social media full time. I've been doing social media full time now for 2 years, I think. And every time I tell someone that I do it full time, people just have no idea what I do. And this is basically just to give you an opportunity to be nosy. Even my family don't understand what I do. Even Kyle, my boyfriend, does not understand what I do. They have like an idea, but they don't really have the full details. So this whole video is just gonna be dedicated to today. So the work that I'm doing today. And please bear in mind that it changes every single day, every single week. Being on social media and doing this as a job, it's like that. Every day is so different. And to be honest, I never really know what I'm doing day to day. Okay, so right now it is currently just gone 9 o'clock. So this morning, which obviously I didn't film because I hate talking that early in the morning, and it would literally be a video of me just sat in bed. So this is where I was this morning. So I wake up, this is my bed, I lie here, I have a coffee. And the first thing I do when I wake up is go through my emails, go through the work that I have to do today, and basically just kind of do a mental plan in my head of what I need to do. Also, I know social media work can be kind of confusing, so I'm going to try and explain it as best as I can as I go. I've already posted one TikTok today on my Booktok, but that wasn't for anything. I don't get paid for that one. It's just to basically just keep my social accounts going. And I'd say 95% of my TikTok posts, they're not paid. They're just kind of posts to keep social media up, if that makes sense. Because obviously not every post you do is going to be paid or for something. It's just to grow your social media account. But then by growing your social media account leads to then you getting paid. Okay, anyway, the things that I have to do today, I know I have 2 sound collabs. So when I say sound collabs, I'm going to give you the exact details of what they are. Essentially, a sound collab is on my main TikTok page, not my Booktok. I do sound collabs with this company, and they basically pay me to use an audio, a song for a specific brief. So I'm just going to give you an example. So I've got 2 to do today. One of them is make a POV hype track for the track that... Hang on, that didn't make any sense. I'm dyslexic. Let me try that again. Please make a POV hype post for the track that taps into the feeling of sad girl winter. Here's some inspo text, but please make it your own. And then they've given me examples of like text overlays. So as soon as I get those through, I kind of have an idea in my head of what I'm going to do, and all I'm going to do is take a video of myself in my reading chair reading, make it a gloomy lighting, and yeah, that's done. So I already know what I'm doing for that one. The next one is start from the lyric, you're speaking my love language, scroll to the time 12 seconds, video will be rejected if they don't start from this timestamp, and show us your love language with your friends, partner, family, etc. And then it says, here are some ideas. It can be heartfelt, comedic, or something to do with your pet. So I haven't really thought of what I'm going to do for that one. Probably easiest if I just use my cat, Boots. Well, actually there is one that says when they finally speak your love language, and I have an old video of Kyle bringing a book to my house, so I might use that one. Sometimes I have to make new videos like the other one, but this one I could probably just use an old video that I've already recorded and then, yeah, do that. I also do work for a brand, so I post for them on their TikTok 3 times a week. I also make the videos, I plan the videos. So yeah, I am their social media manager, so that's another part of my job. I'm so sorry, as I'm saying this, I've just realised I'm pretty much info dumping on you straight away, but this is just to get it all out in the open. I also have 2 TikTok shop samples that I need to do videos of, and that essentially means that I've either requested a product on TikTok shop, or they've sent me a voucher, which means that I can get anything off that select vouchers list. And when I get those products, all I need to do is make a video for them. So one of the things I got, which is not for me, this is a portable oral irrigator. What? Why did they name it that? It's a water flosser. That's it. I don't know why I just didn't tell you that straight away. I decided to read what it says on here, but it's a water flosser. It's for Kyle, but I'm not going to be doing this today because it's for Kyle. I want him to be in the video. I'm not going to make out that this is for me when it's not. I do already have one, so this is for him. The other sample that I have to make a video of is this iPad case, which I got a few days ago, and I love it. But again, I'm not doing this today because I have a black one coming, and basically I can do a video now, right? But because the other sample hasn't arrived yet, if I do a video for this one now and the next one comes in a few days, I then have to make another video. Whereas if I just wait for the other one, I can just do one video and it covers both of them. Does that make sense? It's really hard to explain, but once you do the video, the sample clears. So right now I've got these on my pending of videos to complete. I really don't know if that's making much sense or not, but basically I'm just waiting for the other one to arrive so I don't have to make 2 videos. I can just make 1. And I could do videos, like I could increase my chance of making money by making 2 videos, but I don't want to seem too spammy. I mainly just get TikTok shop stuff for the stuff. Like, I don't really get it to make money. If I end up making money on it, that's great. But mainly I just get stuff that I need. Like, I just bought this iPad, which, by the way, yeah, I got this iPad recently, literally a couple days ago, and I'm obsessed with it. I use it every single day. And the main reason that I got it is because where I'm obviously on my phone constantly, the battery on all my phones is going down so rapidly, and I just kind of want to preserve it. Where I listen to audiobooks all the time, I needed 2 separate devices so that this phone could have a rest, basically. And for anyone wondering, this is just the iPad. It's the most recent bog standard iPad. That's the only way I can describe it. I don't really understand the difference between all the different iPads. I know you've got an iPad Air, iPad Pro. This is just bog standard iPad. I think it's Gen 11. And then the other thing I need to do today is I have a book collab. I have 2 book collabs coming up, but it's for 2 books from the same author. So that is for my Booktok account. So that essentially means I read the books, I do a review of the books, and there's another post that I'm doing which is like a quote from the book. So if you're very much on Booktok, you'll know that I and many others always post like quotes and little snippets from the book. So I have to read 2 books, I have to do 2 reviews for like 1 each for the books, and then a quote from each of the books, and that is the book collab. Now I don't have to post, this is the first one, I don't have to post about this until January, and then this one I don't have to post until February. However, I am going travelling to Thailand in January, so I want to get both of these read and done, make the videos all before I go so I don't have to worry about it when I'm out there, and then I will schedule the post for when I'm out there. Like I said, I know I'm just info dumping on you, but I'm trying to give you as much insight as possible as to what I do and how I do it. But if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. I actually read 20% of this one last night and I'm loving it. I don't want to talk too much about it now because if you follow me on Booktok, you'll see it on there soon. But it is really good, and as someone who struggles to get into fantasies, this is probably the easiest fantasy I've ever read to get into. So yeah, I want to read a big chunk of that today. I think what I'm going to do first is the sound collabs to get those out of the way, because you only have 2 days to do those. You have 2 days to do them, so you've got to be on it. You've got to be constantly checking your emails. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back to you after. Also, if you've seen me do videos on TikTok, Booktok, whatever, all I do is put my phone there and I sit on the bed. I don't have a fancy setup. I literally just sit on the bed and click film. And also, if you're wondering where I sit to edit my videos, if I have anything fancy, no, I just sit here on my bed, edit it on my phone. Another reason why I got the iPad actually is to edit my YouTube videos on there. So hopefully after I film this, I can go onto here and edit everything on here. I've also got a little pencil for it, which I don't know what I've done with it, but yeah, this is where the magic happens. Okay, so I've done one. That only took me about 10 minutes, but that's because I used a video that I already had. This is it. I don't know if you can see it from there. It's Kyla Boots. The other one, I think I'm going to have to actually get up and film. Obviously, I always prefer the ones where I already have content in my camera roll that I could use. I could probably find something, or I could use an old video. I'm not sure. I'll keep you updated. I've just done the second one. I did, in fact, use an old video. I've posted this video like 3 times on my accounts already, but I've just like slightly re-edited it. And this is what it looks like. I've put as the caption, Sad Girl Playlist and Hibernation Season, because the brief was something about Sad Girl Winter. So I've just kind of, I don't know. I always wing these. And sometimes the briefs are really specific, like this one, and sometimes it's an open brief. Like sometimes it can be just, I don't know, doing an outfit of the day, like, so, yeah. And that's all she wrote. But sometimes when they're more specific like this, they do take a bit more thought. My favourite ones are obviously the open brief, because I can post about whatever I want, but yeah, sometimes they're quite specific. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to read my book because I really want to get to at least 50% today. And for this book as well, there's no audiobook. And if you know me, if you've been following me on Booktok or anything, you know I have massive reading difficulties, so I cannot read without an audiobook. So I downloaded an app called Speechify. I've only got a 3-day free trial, hence why I really want to get this done. Because after that, I'm not going to be able to read with the help of an audiobook. And all this is it basically, it reads it out for you. So at the current speed that I've got it set at, which is 1.75, it should take me just over 4 hours and 30 minutes to finish the entire book. And with this as well, it goes along the highlighting thing and just helps you read along. I always find if you can listen to an audiobook, obviously this book doesn't have an audiobook, but if you can and read along with it and you struggle with reading, you're dyslexic, you have ADHD, this helps so much. I could not read without it. And I'm making a pact with you. I cannot come back until I've got 2 hours and 30 minutes left. So I want to read. I want to read for 2 hours. I have just done something so cool. I have just made an audiobook with my own voice. So on the Speechify app, you can add your own voice. So you record like a little segment of your voice. It doesn't sound 100% accurate, but it does sound like me.
Heart softens, and I chastise it for acting like such a wimp. So, what if Thorn treats animals with kindness and care? One admirable trait doesn't excuse all those times he behaved like an utter jackhole. I swallow, struck by the odd sense that I'm intruding on something personal. Good morning. Thorn takes his sweet time turning around.
Does that sound like me? The more I'm listening to it, the more I'm like, does that sound like me? I've recorded it twice and I've tried sounding as natural as possible. I don't know, I feel like you never hear your own voice, how it actually sounds. I need someone to confirm or deny, does this sound like me?
When he does, my breath catches. The back view in the white shirt was nice, but the front view steals the show. The garment hugs his chest like it was specially tailored for him, highlighting every dip and ridge. My gaze slides...
I don't know, some parts I think do and then some don't. Obviously I'm not expecting it to be 100%, but that's so cool! Update, I am at the 2 hours and 20 minute mark left. So that is just over halfway through the book. And I am loving this so much. It is so easy to read. It's not been boring once. There's always something going on. I want to be optimistic and say I can actually finish this today. What time is it now? It's nearly 1 o'clock. It's nearly 1 o'clock, so if I do this, I probably won't do much for the rest of the day. And then I need to actually make the videos for it, which I probably won't do today. But I reckon I could read this, the whole thing today. Is that boring if I literally just do that and then I don't show you anything else? I did want to do a video today for the brand that I work for, where I do the social media management, but I could do that tomorrow. That's the thing, right? There's only certain things within social media that you need to get done that day. Most things are quite flexible. Pretty much the sound collabs are the only thing I had to do today. Everything else, I'm like, oh, I can do that tomorrow. Oh, I can do that the day after. Oh, I can do that the weekend. And also, you might be wondering, what do I do when I go away on holiday? So I'm actually going away next week on Monday to visit my sister in Lisbon. So I'll be away for 5 days. So what I'm going to do with the brand page that I manage, I'm just going to pre-record a couple of videos. I might do one when I'm out there, so I'll either pre-record 3 or I'll pre-record 2, whatever, and then I'll schedule them to be posted for next week. I still do sound collabs when I'm away. Obviously I can't really do TikTok shop stuff unless I actually bring the stuff with me, but with TikTok shop stuff they give you 14 days to post about that product, so there is time. Oh my god, I forgot to say as well, I've just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so a massive thank you for that. I currently don't earn any money from YouTube, I literally just do this for fun, but hopefully, if this continues going well, I can, which would be really good. I do really want to move out next year. Will it happen? I don't know. Everything is just so expensive right now. If you look at getting a mortgage, so expensive. If you look at renting, so expensive. And it's just not looking doable right now. Plus, me and Carl still like to travel. I don't know. We'll see. Also, not being funny, but how blessed am I to be able to read for a job? Like, I'm getting paid for this. I'm not saying that to gloat. I'm saying it like I'm genuinely so grateful for this. And don't get me wrong, this hasn't been handed to me. Like I said, I've been on TikTok, I've been on social media for 2 years now, and I've worked very, very hard to get here. I've just made a mocha in my Christmas cup. How cute is this cup? I've had this for like 2 years. Oh my god, I did not stir that properly. Can you see that? Oh no. I'm not sure if you can actually see that there, but there is a chunk of chocolate. Can I be bothered to go downstairs? Let me try it first, and then we'll see if I need to actually mix that stuff in. No, it's fine. I can't be able to go downstairs and get a spoon. Look how cute this cup is! I love it so much. So I've basically been forced to take a break because my iPad is going to die. But it says I've only got 2 hours left of the book. It's like 2:10 now, but I think Kyle is going to come round for a bit. And he'll probably be here till like 7. So I'm hoping I can carry on reading then. But oh my god, I love this book so much. We just had a fuck it moment. And if you read, you know what that means. So I just filmed one of the ad videos of that quote for the book collab that I'm doing. So that's 1 video out of 4 done. And then obviously when I finish the book, I can do the actual book review. And then that'll be video 2. Okay, update. It is now nearly 7 o'clock. I've been with Kyle for the last couple of hours. I had dinner. I made a Nutella mug cake, which was delicious. I have had another sound collab come through, but I'm going to do that tomorrow along with the video that I was going to do today for the brand. Honestly, I just want to read that book. This is kind of low-key turned into a reading vlog, but do you know what? It still counts as work because it's a collab, so I'm still doing work. No rest for the wicked. I don't even know what that means, but it's a phrase. I do want to get into some comfy pajamas. I probably need a shower actually, or a bath. I can't be bothered. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, okay, so plan of action. I'm going to get into comfies. I'm going to not get into bed. I'm going to get on the bed. I'm going to read some more of that book. Also, if you're wondering, as a content creator, do I ever go outside? No. No, this job kind of, where I only really need to be inside, it has kind of made me scared to go back outside. Also, with the current state of the world, I don't want to go outside. I'm safe in here. I feel like this vlog would be very different if I lived somewhere like London or something, because I feel like there's so many videos you could make. But here, unless I did constant trips to, I don't know, B&M, Home Bargains, Starbucks videos, which none of that's, I don't do any of that stuff because that requires spending money. And if there's one thing about me is I am a tight ass to my core. That is my firm belief. So I don't do many videos like that. I do sometimes, but to be honest, I do try and be, even though I feel like this is a whole different conversation and a whole different debate, even though I'm a content creator, I get sent free stuff. I do lots of collabs where I get sent free stuff. Literally what I just fucking said. I do try and be as sustainable as I can. So I don't do a lot of shopping sprees at all. I get a lot of stuff that I don't get from TikTok and collabs. Does that make any sense? You know what I mean? The stuff that I don't get from TikTok, that's what I meant. The stuff that I don't get from TikTok and collabs, I go to the charity shop. I go to the charity shop. I have not done a book haul in forever. I have not been book shopping in forever. And I'm honestly okay just living in my little bubble, my little world. I like to read. I like to travel. And that is all she wrote. And I like cozy nights in with my boyfriend. That's as far as we go. I definitely should get out the house more, but only for the reason that I probably should get fresh air and I should get exercise. I'll make it my New Year's resolution. I kind of wanted to do this video just because I feel like it gives an insight as to just like a bog standard content creator. Like, I don't make loads of money. I do this because I genuinely enjoy it. And my worst fear is going back to doing a 9-to-5. And I think honestly, if you're just doing something, even if you're not making all the money in the world, or you could be making more doing something else. Like, I know I could be making more money if I was employed and, you know, I had a decent, well-paying job, and that's absolutely fine. If people want to do that, that's absolutely fine. However, I've worked very hard to get where I am, and as much as I have my low months with this job as any job, the fact that I'm, how do I word this? Basically, I feel like with content creation, you have to be okay with the highs and lows of it. Like, you will never have a stable income. You're constantly having to deal with comments, hate comments, good comments. You're being criticised every day in your life. And I know me personally, since I started doing this, the way I talk to a camera has changed in the way that now I'm so careful with what I say. I am so careful. Because when you're online forever. Can't take anything back. If someone saw it, it's out there. I literally don't know how we got to this conversation. What was I even talking about? Anyway, I'm gonna go get changed. Look at my pyjamas. I was worried then that you could see down my top. They're Gilmore Girls pyjamas. Can you see them? I can't actually see the camera from here. There we go. You've got the dragonfly in, says Gilmore Girls there. You got a latte, you got pizza, cup of coffee, burger. Anyway, yeah, I love them. Also, I was just thinking about what I said a minute ago, saying that I don't really go like shopping or anything like that, when tomorrow I'm going to TK Maxx, but literally for a candle. That's it, because I really want a Christmas candle. This is the only one I have. This is the candle. It's currently lit with hot wax in it, so I'm trying not to spill this. It's a reindeer! But yeah, I want like a big one, you know? A big one. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then the day after that, I'm getting my nails done. I feel like this vlog would have been a lot more interesting if I filmed a week in the life of a content creator rather than a day in the life. Obviously, you're only seeing literally today. And like I said, it changes every single day, but I'm not gonna lie to you, most of the time it is just me sat in my room making videos. And also plans change last minute. I could be sat here making videos, but if someone wants to do something with me, which is usually my sister and my nephew, then I'm available to do that, because like I said, the content that I make, it doesn't have to be done then and there, but I do like to kind of have things organised so that when it gets to the weekend, I kind of use the weekend as like time off, even though I do still work on the weekends, it's just less. But anyway, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now and read my book. This is the setup. I've got my iPad there with my book on it, and then I've got my projector on. I know it's annoying, I have my prints in the way. I just can't be asked to take them down and put them back up every time I use the projector. But just imagine they're not there, okay? Look how cute that is. I've got a little Christmassy setting. I literally just typed in Christmas ambiance on YouTube, and this is the projector I have. I've also got my little fake candles on my bookshelves. This one's very bare, that's my TBR shelf. And then just a little one up here. Look how nice that is. And no, it's not too early for Christmas. I've adjusted my projector. I think this looks better. Do we agree? Although I can't seem to figure out the settings to not make it look blurry. I mean, it doesn't look awful, but it definitely is still blurry. So if anyone has one of those projectors, please let me know if there's certain settings on it to make it look as crisp as possible. It's the Mag Cubic one. Also, look how cute and cozy my room looks. Oh, I feel like it's really Christmassy. I'm just editing a video that I just filmed. You probably can't see that. But it's just basically showing my projector. So far today I've done 3 TikToks on my main account, and I've done 2 Booktok videos and an ad video that I've sent off for approval. I probably won't do any more videos today. It is 8 o'clock. It's another thing when you're self-employed, you can just like keep going. You can keep going. I could be up until like 2 a.m. just making videos and making content, which I know a lot of people do actually, that because obviously you're in charge of your own schedule. So I know a lot of people that go to bed at like 4 a.m. and then they get up at 12, and that could not be me. I like going to bed at 10 o'clock, hopefully being asleep by 11, and then getting up around 6, 7. I reckon I'll read for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to watch Gilmore Girls. I've just gotten into bed, I'm going to watch some Gilmore Girls, and then go to sleep. I hope that's given you a bit of an insight as to how I spend my days. Probably a bit more anticlimactic than you were expecting, but that is just the reality of it. It is just literally being sat at home, filming. Or in my blessed case, reading. Let me know if you've enjoyed this video and if you want to see more videos like this. And of course, if you have any other suggestions or videos that you want to see, drop them down in the comments. So good night from me, and I will see you in the next vlog.